Hi, this is Hope, fresh back from my Americans for Prosperity adventure. Yes, I'm a glutton for punishment. I just attended the Koch-sponsored Americans for Prosperity conference in Columbus, Ohio, and I must say, downtown Columbus is really sweet. It's really lovely. And, you know, the people that attended the conference were really lovely people, but what was going on there was not at all lovely. Some of the more traumatic events, I did have the opportunity to watch Jeb Bush speak, and Ted Cruz. The night that Jeb Bush spoke, I think it was David Koch was there in the front row, and you know, it was sort of a big spectacle just put on for him. And I can tell you, after spending 2 days talking with, I'm just going to say, lovely Americans who have come to believe things that are just sadly wrong. After speaking with them for a couple days, I would say that if you listed out the Koch's agenda for their corporations, their specific agenda on every single topic, political topic, and you queried these people about their agenda and their beliefs about political subjects, it'd be exactly the same. It's like they've made little voter zombies. It's and I don't mean to be derogatory, because I had some really lovely conversations with people that I think are fabulous people. But they're people that believe that we need to have fewer people vote, that it should not be a right. This is told to me by, I have recorded, by one of the think tank people behind the tables at the think tanks, that it was just a terrible thing that Obama wanted everyone to vote, you know, that we needed to fix that. There was a table there that supported the value of Citizens United, saying that it was a whole table full of pamphlets talking about how valuable money in politics is. You know, that's just a highlight. One of the main reasons that I went was to see Alex Epstein speak. And Alex Epstein has written the book, The Moral Case for Fossil Fuels.
We were told our fossil fuel usage would bring ecological disaster on a cataclysmic scale. Earth was supposed to be uninhabitable by now. Yet, life is better than ever. People around the world have climbed out of unspeakable poverty. By any measure, our environment is better than it's ever been. This, all powered by coal, oil, and natural gas. But how? How could the experts have been so wrong? Not only wrong, but hysterical and reactionary and rude, stifling progress in the process. I'm Alex Epstein, founder of the Center for Industrial Progress, and I have a question. Isn't it time someone made the moral case for the use of more fossil fuels?
And his basic position is that if you don't want to hook the third world up on fossil fuels for the next 30 to 50 to 100 years, you hate them. That you hate poor people. That the moral choice is to continue with fossil fuels forever, because there is negligible impact from climate change, in his opinion. And fossil fuels bring longer lifespans, they improve health, they improve our environment, etc., etc. So I'm going to include a little piece about him. But my favorite story from the weekend was the second day. I was a little bit late, much later than I wanted to be, and I would have been inside sitting through a workshop, but because I was late, I arrived at the big corner in front of the convention center where this was happening, exactly when an SEIU union protest appeared, 2,000 people, boom, I was standing right there, and I want to show you the shots that I got. protest the Koch conference. And I'll tell you honestly, I walked down the sidewalk beside them and wept, because I thought about our progressive background, how hard we've worked for the rights of workers to increase wages. We're now in a country where the wages of workers have gone down. The wages of CEOs have gone up by fivefold. The wages of CEOs have gone up fivefold over the past, especially since the Reagan era. And we all, I don't even have to say, it's not, trickle down doesn't work. It's not raining down here. It's not wet in anywhere. There's no dripping. It's a drought. It's a drought down here on the bottom, okay? Trickle up is exactly what happened. Trickle down, supply side economics not working. So to stand next to these fabulous people fighting for their jobs and fighting for good wages and fighting to end the Koch's war on unions was just a stunning and amazing thing to get to do. And I was so happy, because if I had not been late that morning, I would have been sitting through some workshop. I would have never seen it. So it was really sweet. But the sad part was I went in afterwards and they were still having a big protest in the front. And I listened to the people inside the Americans for Prosperity conference just disparage the union workers. It was heartbreaking. They were chanting, "Hey, hey, ho, ho, communism's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho." I'm serious. They were chanting in there. And then they were saying, like, "Oh, why don't you guys get a job? You guys should get a job. They just haven't gotten their government paycheck. That's why they're upset. Why don't you guys go to work?" I mean, just nasty, 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 hateful things that was being said inside the auditorium at these workers who are the backbone of our country. So, signing off from Texas. More adventures to come. The fracking flame should be out in about 6 weeks. So wish me luck and best to you.